Hey, it's the NFL playoffs. Are you excited? I'm so excited that I'm in my office ready to talk about a little about football. This will be a little longer because this is the biggest content. This is the playoffs. This is when we get closer. Who makes it to the Super Bowl? But let's give you some fun facts before we even get into the segment. Let's talk about May 8th, 2019. They were doing predictions. Who's going to make the playoffs? And some of you guys didn't know. It's kind of crazy who they were thinking made the playoffs, who's not, the ranking. Let's just go off really off top. They were right about one thing. Kansas City, they picked number 1 that will make the playoffs. Maybe the record's not the same, but they said they will make 10-3. Then the New Orleans Saints, they said they will make the playoffs. You got the New Orleans Saints, number 2. Then you have Los Angeles Rams that will make the playoffs. Number 3, and of course they didn't make it. And then you got number 4, New England Patriots. That they made it. They thought they were number 4. They thought they would make it 10-3, whatever. They're out, but they made the playoffs. They have the Indianapolis Colts. Man, number 5. Indianapolis Colts make the playoffs, and you know that didn't work. And they even predicted them to have a 10-3 record. Wow, 10-3. You believe that? The Los Angeles Chargers, they had number 6 that will make the playoffs. Number 6, the Los Angeles Chargers. Then you have the Chicago Bears. I thought that was a better bet than anything, but they were ranked number 7. The Houston Texans, they predicted them number 8 to make the playoffs, a 8-5 record, pretty close. Atlanta Falcons, they had them making the playoffs. That didn't happen, but they were ranked number 9. Then you have the Philadelphia Eagles. They had the Philadelphia Eagles number 10. And I think they would have went further, but the Seattle Seahawks did a dirty thing and took out the quarterback. But that's another topic. Then you have the Minnesota Vikings. They were ranked number 11 to make the playoffs, and they did. Unbelievable. The Green Bay Packer was number 12 to make the playoffs. So if you really think about it, that's the cutoff of all the playoffs of the top 12 teams. But Green Bay Packers were one of those. Then you have the Tennessee were ranked number 13 to make the playoffs. And then you have the Seattle Seahawks, number 14th. Let's get to the Baltimore Ravens. They were ranked number 17 to make the playoffs, 8-5 record, but they're the hottest team coming in the playoffs right now, so they were kind of right and kind of off. But the most bizarre one I want to throw out there, 49ers. The 49ers were ranked number 21 to make the playoffs. 21 to make the playoffs with a 7-6 record. And that's, if you think about it, that's a 20% chance of making the playoffs. And then you have the Buffalo Bills were ranked number 27 to make the playoffs. Think about that, the lineup about that. But the crazy thing, if you guys want a fun fact, if you would have bet it on the 49ers, like one of my friends' daughter did, bet on the 49ers to make the playoffs Super Bowl, she put down $500. If that happens, she will walk away with around $15,000. I mean, whatever she was thinking, man, I want some of that. But all I know overall, that's just a little segment. We don't talk about the Ryan's NFL playoff wall. We don't talk about my co-workers, 2 of them, Warm Tuna, co-hosts that they don't talk about their 49ers. Maybe I get one of my directors, maybe do a little segment or maybe a voice or whatever, talk about his Vikings. And I might even have a chief, Kansas City Chief segment as well. But that's just the start of it. Just tune in. It should be pretty exciting. This is Rhymes Times.